What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, I'm going to take you guys to Liverpool, England, where you're going to see three mysterious objects high in the sky above planet Earth, moving north across the sky, visible from Liverpool, England, appearing to head out into the Arctic Circle. Also in this video, I've got a couple of videos of the moon, one of a high-speed object above Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to come back and take a look at both those videos here in just a moment. But first, over here at the homepage of the website, today's feature photo was sent in by DC out of Thailand. That is a fiery orange sunset out of Thailand. Checking in on the Schumann resonance, all in all, pretty quiet. A little bit of activity in the last 24 hours, but nothing major. Checking in on the planetary K index, it too is very quiet. In fact, the last 24 hours have been very quiet, but that's subject to change at any time. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano, it too is rather quiet. Usually we see a few earthquakes, a little more magma intrusion than what we see on here right now. So all in all, pretty quiet at the supervolcano caldera. And coming over here to moongiant.com, today being November 23rd, today is New Moon Day, and here's a look at the new moon via the Solar Dynamics Observatory, as the moon is perfectly positioned between the Earth and the Sun. And that's right on time. Today, November 23rd, is indeed the new moon, and there it went. Visible from space, the Solar Dynamics Observatory. That video was sent in by Farah. Thank you, Farah. Greatly appreciate that. I want to take you guys now to Louisville, Kentucky. This video has some narration. It was sent in by Robert, who notices a bright object off to the left side of the moon, traveling at a very high rate of speed. I don't think this is a drone, an airplane, or a helicopter. It has some narration. I'm going to let you guys decide. Watch in the upper left.
Yeah. Where's that? Is that the moon? Is that the moon here? I gotta be able to see it later. Is that the moon? Is that the moon? Oh, come on. Can I get it? Oh, is that the moon? Dude, where'd it go? That's crazy. Yo! Oh, there it is. It's on the other side. It went through it.
And there it went off to the right. The reason it looked like it had a elongated tail is because I slowed it down, put it in slow motion, and the recording rate of the recording device kind of stretched it out a little bit. That was just a bright point of light that he noticed right up here. You can see traveling at a high rate of speed. That wasn't a bird. I don't think it was a drone. It definitely wasn't an airplane or a helicopter. It was moving through the Louisville sky at a very high rate of speed. Went in front of the moon just a few nights ago, November 4th, 2022. Not sure of the time, but that video footage was sent in by Robert Hyatt out of Kentucky. I want to take you guys now to Liverpool, England. Here we go. This is some amazing footage that was sent in by Paul B. from Liverpool on the morning of November 13th, looking in this direction in the northeastern sky. And I think these objects that you are about to see were traveling out above the North Sea, headed towards the Arctic Circle at an incredibly high altitude, visible from Liverpool. Let me pause this video. Right here is Paul's perspective of the northeastern sky. You're going to see these objects here in a minute. I don't know how he saw them, and he did an amazing job recording these objects as they were a long, long ways away from his location. And here they are. They appear to be the same size, they appear to be moving at the same speed, and they appear to be traveling together. These are not airplanes. These are not helicopters. I'm pretty sure they're not drones. At times, you're going to see what you hear right now is a local airplane in his location. That is not associated with what we're looking at in the sky right here. These things are not making any sound. If they are, they're too far away to be heard. And considering the size of these things, they must have been pretty good size because they're a long, long ways away from his location. And here on the left-hand side, I just split the video. The original, I put in a negative format, just looking for any features, any wings, tails, any type of features that's recognizable, and there were none to be seen. These things were too far away, but again, they must have been pretty good size because they look pretty good size in the video, and they were difficult to see. He's fully zoomed in with his recording device. At times, I zoom in, as he did such a good job recording these things, his camera is not bouncing all over the place, so it gave me a chance to zoom in, at least a decent chance to look for any features on these things, and there were none. You can see, again, what looks like a little tail coming off the back of this one, as it appears to be closest to his point of view. This one here is in the front, so it's a little farther away, and it's lower on the horizon. And he says there, what is that? These were quite strange indeed. Look at this one right here. It kind of looks like a V in the sky, right? Looks like it's got a small tail, like an ion tail that comes off of a comet. A comet will have two tails sometimes. Definitely looks like a V right there, at least temporarily. Could be just the light. I don't know. These things were, again, a long, long ways away. I believe they were out above the North Sea, definitely traveling north as he's looking in the northeastern sky. And he says here, I wish I could zoom in more. He is fully zoomed in, not bouncing the camera around. Did a great job recording these things. And here's a good look at that V shape I was talking about, at least on that back one. But again, just super bizarre, not recognizable with regard to any type of airplane or helicopter. Don't know. Have no idea. And he was completely baffled too. Had never seen anything like it. He'll even say it in the video, it's so weird. Never seen anything quite like this. They were traveling at apparently the same speed, as one was not gaining on the other. They maintained the same distance apart. So that tells us that they were traveling at the same speed. They appear to be pretty high up in the sky. And again, I want to emphasize how far away they were from his vantage point. So these things must have been pretty big. Difficult to say, though. There goes the first one, kind of getting ready to dip down below the horizon. And that would be out in the area of the Arctic Circle in the far northern part of the North Sea. There's nothing out there. And he just said right there, it's the 13th of November. He started recording these things around 7:38 in the morning. And again, the sun was over here to the right. This would be east. This would be northeast. And these things are traveling pretty much due north out across the North Sea, high above the earth. Don't know what we've got going on here. And this one here, and he said it's just the weirdest thing. This one here almost changes orientation. Did you see that? It almost looks like it flipped over to the left. How did it do that? Or was it just some sort of a... he said he can still see them with the naked eye as they're getting lower and lower on the horizon. And this third one here in the back almost looks like it flipped orientation. The tail was behind it. Now it looks like the tail, if that's what it is in front of it. Just super weird. See how the tail looks like it's in front of it now? I mean, how do you even describe what this is? They were, again, very large, very far away from Paul, moving at the same speed, bright, unknown objects out above the North Sea, moving to the north, out towards the Arctic Circle, where there's just nothing but water out there. And I typed in here, these things must have been quite large, as they were a very long ways away from his vantage point in Liverpool. Super cool video and great recording job by Paul. He kept the camera very steady. He zoomed in as far as he could zoom in because you could barely see these things with the naked eye, but he happened to notice them and started recording and recorded them until they were completely out of sight. And I zoomed in as close as I could. In fact, here coming up, I take a segment of the video where the objects were the most clear. I did some enhancement work. I zoomed in, and you can't see any type of recognizable features as far as any type of modern-day aircraft or anything like that. These were just 3 bright points of mysterious light in the early morning sky, high above the earth, north of the 50-degree latitude, traveling north towards the Arctic Circle, visible from Liverpool, England. Here he zooms out as the objects are completely gone. And here's a still image from the very beginning of the video, just to kind of help with perspective. The sun was over here to the right. It just came up in the eastern sky. He was watching these objects. I don't even know how he noticed them way over here. I mean, these things were a long way away from his location, traveling to the north. And again, if we look at where they were going, there was nothing out there but water. This is the direction they were traveling. They were traveling pretty much due north. He was here looking this direction. And the objects, whatever they were, mysterious unknown objects right here, traveling together at the same speed. And this is that segment of video that I was talking about. This was one of the segments where the objects were pretty clear. So I did some enhancement work, again, trying to pull forward any features or anything like that. And you could not pull forward any features because there were none to be seen from this location. At times, you could see what looked like a tail behind this one here, especially. Almost looked like a comet tail. A comet tail will sometimes develop what's known as an ion tail, and then the regular tail. That's kind of what it reminded me of, a little ion tail stretching off of a comet. I'm not implying that these things were comets, but they didn't look like anything else that I could think of. They looked like little small comets moving through the sky high above the earth, visible from Liverpool, England. Great job, Paul. Appreciate the video. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos or videos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website. Look for this red tab that says Have a Large Video. Open that red tab, drag and drop your video into the red tab. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Don't forget to order your brand new 2023 Sky Phenomena photo calendar by clicking on this banner right here. In fact, I will click on it right now, and here we go. Here's the calendar, 2023 wall calendar. If you scroll down, there's a few shirts, hoodies, and a coffee mug if you're interested, but the calendar is right here at the top of the page, the brand new 2023 Sky Phenomena photo calendar. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.